Okay, night drive explained. So we're basically going over the cloverleaf right now, and it's really important that you have great speed control coming around this cloverleaf, because if you don't, you will definitely lose control. So you want to go slow around the curve, and if you look at the guardrail, you're going to drift toward the guardrail. So what you need to do is go around slowly and smoothly. I'm looking over my shoulder, checking for a gap, and then you want to start accelerating on acceleration lane and build up speed. There are about 7 cars, so you want to use this lane to build up all your speed. Have a nice merge out, and that was a great speed control. So now I'm maintaining my speed. I'm coming out nice and smooth. Oh, by the way, this is Driving with the Miles. So if you haven't, so please subscribe. I'm known as @thefunnyguy_2 on TikTok. I have 164,000 followers and 3.2 million likes. So basically, we're talking about driving and preparing you for the DMV test, and we're talking about a night drive. So I'm at about 68 miles an hour. The speed limit is 70. So I'm going to take my time and maintain my speed and stay nice and smooth. I'm not interested in tailgating anyone. I'm maintaining a nice, comfortable speed and position. So whenever you're driving, you want to maintain good speed and position and just take your time. So I'm taking my time. I'm aiming high and I'm looking ahead. I try to have my interior a little bit cool because it is in the evening and it's been a long day. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a lane change to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I accelerate through my lane change, and I try to stay in the middle lane. The middle lane is the smooth lane, so that's where you wanna be at most of the time, unless you have to get off to your exit, and you always wanna get to your exit at least a mile early. So I maintain a great speed control, nice and smooth, staying chilled, looking ahead, aiming high, not drifting left or right. It's real easy to fall asleep in the evening or at night because you've been working a long time or traveling a long time, so you always need to stay mentally alert and mentally prepared. So the lane to the left is the acceleration lane. So this is where people are driving a little bit faster than you normally would. We have our chevron alignment signs to the right. They alert us of a really sharp curve, so I'm maintaining really nice speed, have great speed control, and I'm real smooth right now. Now I have my broken white line, so if I wanted to make a lane change to the right, I could. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that's like. So it's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I look over my shoulder. I gently accelerate through my lane change, and then I'm nice and smooth. You wanna try to get about 3 to 4 blinks of your blinker. So I'm maintaining a good, comfortable speed. The only problem is when you're in that right lane, cars merging on will cut you off, or a large semi-truck will come out. So if you're taking your DMV test, your road tester, they'll get you on and off the freeway to show you some merges and exits, and you want to maintain good speed control. So I'm really smooth right now, going with the flow, but I'm staying within the limit. So it's a balance. You always want to drive with a balance. You don't want to be overly aggressive on the wheel. You don't want to understeer or oversteer. You want to stay smooth, minimum steering inputs. So I'm maintaining great speed control, looking ahead, aiming high. The windshield is pretty clean. So it's super important that you have your windshield clean as possible. You have good windshield wipers. Your headlights are clean so they can illuminate. That means illuminate with light to see. So I'm having great speed control. And it's really easy when you get tired to kind of drift off and have something called highway hypnosis. This is where the sound of the car, the humming of the motor, and the endless line after line after line after line will put you to sleep. So in order to break a highway hypnosis, you need to get out of the car, stretch your legs a few minutes. So I'm maintaining speed. But in a moment, we're going to get a chance to go to a weave lane. A weave lane is where lanes from another expressway cross over, and it is extremely dangerous. You will see drivers who don't use blinkers and a burned out tail light, so that's a possibility of getting pulled over for an equipment violation. So I'm maintaining great speed control, great space. You can tell that my headlights are working really good because it's nice and clear. So I'm staying smooth, keeping really good distance. And the advice I can tell you is keeping smooth, good distance, minimal steering inputs, and let the car work for itself. Usually it takes up to 10 years for a beginning driver to really learn how to drive and to really feel comfortable. It is a process. I've been getting a lot of questions on DMV questions because of the TikTok. It varies from state to state, province to province, but from what I've been reading, 16, 17, or 18 is the age generally when you're allowed to enroll in a driving class, and then you have to go through the required lessons by the state, and then you get something called your certificate of completion. Then you have to take that to the DMV, and then if that state or province has a graduated 1 or graduated 2 licensing system, then you'll be in that for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever the process is. It does vary from location to location, so it's really important that you call ahead because we're still under a pandemic right now, and it takes a long time to get in. You have to make an appointment, so you just want to maintain speed. So the speed control is pretty good. We're nice and smooth right now. And then we're coming up on the weave lane. So I'm in the appropriate lane. I'm lifting my foot off so I don't overspeed, and I want to keep a space cushion ahead of me. This allows me to make smooth maneuvers. This allows cars to move in front or me to move behind them. So I signal my intention. I'm looking over my shoulder, and then now I'm going to go ahead and get on the brakes. So now I'm on the brakes nice and smooth, and I'm going in really easily, as you can tell. Now, we have some chevron alignment signs to the left. They tell us of a very sharp curve. By the way, that third chevron alignment sign was knocked down. So now I'm nice and smooth in the curve. Centrifugal force will pull you to the outside. So if you weren't paying attention or tight, literally, I'm showing you, you will go off the edge of the road. And it's really hard to come back. So I'm looking over my left shoulder. I'm going to accelerate. And it's kind of like a slingshot. So I'm building that momentum. I got to look over my shoulder. I accelerate, and I'm up to speed. So you want to make that smooth transition. And then, of course, in some expressways, the lines are freshly painted. It's really easy to see. And other ones, they are not. So I'm still in the right lane. Cars could be merging out from my right. So you always want to be aware of that. I'm having great speed control. A lot of beginning drivers will drift to the right. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. As you can tell, I'm going over the line. Or I'm going to drift to the left. So you want to look ahead and aim high as far as you can, and keep the car straight as you can with minimal turns of the steering wheel, because the more you turn, the more the car will drift left and right, left and right. So I'm comfortably at the legal speed limit. I'm taking my time. I have smooth acceleration, minimal turns of the steering wheel. But I'm going to show you what a driver does when they're tired. They'll drift over to the road, and you're going to hear this sound. That is really scary. So that sounds mean that you are falling asleep at the wheel. The driver behind me thinks I'm drifting or falling asleep, so they immediately change lanes. So I don't blame them, but I'm not. So I'm maintaining great speed control. I'm back on where I need to be. A car's passing me on the right flying, probably about 85 or 90. This driver is swooping up on me on the left. So I always look around and check my mirrors and blind spots. You're supposed to check your inside mirror every 12 to 15 seconds. I have good speed control. I'm maintaining my space. I'm looking ahead, aiming high. So it's important that you go through those observational skills consistently. And these cars are coming off of Cloverleaf. You can't see them, but I have good speed control. So they'll come in behind me. So that is the dangerous time of staying in that right lane. But the middle lane, as you can tell, is the smoothest lane. So I'm maintaining good speed, good position. If you haven't done so, if you find this content interesting and preparing you for your DMV test or your road test, please hit the subscribe button. I'm doing new content daily, and please subscribe. And then whatever comments you put, I will definitely make that video happen. I'm a certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults, and I do prepare students for the DMV test and the road test. So I'm blessed to be in this position. I'm going to go ahead and make a lane change to left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot, and then I'm in nice and smooth. So I'm about trying to bring value, and all of you who are, attracted and getting this station through your browse feature, YouTube. You are the next generation drivers, and I'm blessed to be in the position to teach you, prepare you for the DMV test. I really appreciate you. This has been Driving with Miles. God bless you, and thank you for the support and love. I definitely appreciate you so much.